Through the wire winds, the shadows are calling. Frost on my breath as the night ignites. Ice in my veins, but my fire is burning. I ride the storm under silver lights. Witches brew, the night won't break us. Snow can't hide the path we take. Hear the howl, the storm can shake us, but we stand strong, we will not quake. Frozen skies and the moonlight's whisper. Magic flows through the winter air. Every step leaves a mark in the blizzard. Every spell sparks a brilliant flare. Witches brew, the night won't break us. Snow can't hide the path we take. Hear the howl, the storm can shake us, but we stand strong, we will not quake. Ice and ember, we'll remember. Cold forever, stand as one, we fall as never. Always never. Witches brew, the night won't break us. Snow can't hide the path we take. Hear the howl, the storm can shake us, but we stand strong, we will not quake. Fade on repeat. Stand strong over the snowstorm. When we roll in our love cloud, we will not. We stand strong over snowstorm, over snowstorm, over snowstorm.
And what is up, everybody? Happy Thursday. It's been a while since we've been live on a Thursday since D&D. Like I'm a little out of sorts being a Thursday, and I don't even know what day of the week it is anymore. But welcome, everybody. We have a fun one for you. I finally got it all together, and I know you guys are ready. We dragged Scarlet out of the wastelands. We said, you got to come over to From. We're going to talk some Clara. So, are you ready? Are you ready? I know you've been digging deep in the wastelands.
Yeah, I mean, I'm ready to take a look at what you got. You see all the bits, see where we're at.
Right? You guys
Excited?
know I've been talking about it for a while.
Right? I'm always excited to hang out with you guys, talk about some fun stuff.
I know you've been going crazy with the coding. I'm so, like, I don't know how you can sit there and stare
James
at those
helped
numbers.
a lot. And some other folks like How Dear and such helped a lot. James, you helped more than you know, because I know that I can take those particular images with numbers that are set that particular way, and it possibly is a message. Or, like, you know, not a message, but the numbers mean something. They're not just random numbers. They do mean something in the language of computing.
It's all Greek to me.
But it's a step, you know, it's a bit, right? Just like in From, you know, you get all the pieces, you know, start somewhere. They never give us the corners.
See, James, and you said you weren't the smartest guy in the room. See, instead of science time with James.
Times with James, I was gonna say.
Right? We don't have a computer one, but for the heck of it, for you, James.
Yay.
It's science time with James, the smartest guy ever around. Let's see what he knows about science today. Science time with James. Yeah!
I count it. It's
so
computer
funny.
science.
Right?
That's
Just
funny.
replace some words and
It's
you are the
computer
smartest
science.
guy in
It
the room.
counts. There was a computer there.
Yeah.
There was.
It's
see?
fun. It's fun. All the mystery.
Right, even when it doesn't mean anything, it's something fun to check
And I
out.
just want to go ahead and say it up from the top. I'm Team Clara.
Let's
Oh,
go.
No, I'm just
Let's
kidding.
go.
I don't know if I am or not.
Damn it, James.
Dana's
Damn
gonna
it.
let me know.
Well, we'll see. We'll see after this conversation
poor Claire,
where you
you
guys
know,
kind
by
of
the end of this next season, she's going to be gone just like Granny. And then, you know, everybody's going to be like, see, she's not sus anymore. She might have even been like, oh, you know, like one of them characters at the end is like, all I tried to do was help you all.
I mean, she has lasted this long. That says a lot.
You know, so has Donna.
true.
Uh,
Very, very true.
but maybe
That's what
Clara
makes the
lasted
show
this long
fun.
because she's a monster or part
Does
of
that
it.
mean, is that why Donna and some of the other characters lasted this long? Are those the only two?
Maybe they're all in on it.
We're definitely gonna have to wait and see. This is gonna be a fun one. So this is just everybody. We're just gonna have some fun tonight. We're all gonna put on our tinfoil hats. We're gonna just, go
Right.
down some rabbit holes and just have some fun with it. Cause this is this there's some interesting things about Clara. But first, let's say what's up. Who do we got hanging with us in the chat?
Let's see, we had Doc hanging out first. I love this. It's like a From Academy on Claire. Welcome,
There we
hun.
go.
Of course, we got Terry hanging out. Again, happy birthday to
Yes.
Nick.
First and foremost, happy birthday, Nicholas. My nephew is turned 13. He is 13, going on 30, driving my cousin crazy. And I know we were hopefully going to see you this weekend, but with Aunt Susie getting sick, and you don't want to be around that because you guys are just getting better. We just want to wish you a happy, happy, happy birthday from all of us here to you. I love you, and stop growing up, please, because you make me old.
Right. Well, happy birthday, hun. And welcome, Terry.
Happy birthday.
See, we got Bill Chill hanging out with us. Of course, we got Miss Kiwi Skirts. And we got Robert. What's up, Robert? Welcome, everybody. That's all we got so far saying hello. And yes, Fady Gate. Philly's Fady Pack is still on the loose. Well, you know.
It is. It is. That's another rabbit hole one day we should venture down. But tonight we are going to talk all about our friend, the lady in blue, Miss Clara. She is such a unique character because she is such a quote unquote wallflower. No pun intended. I think she actually has flowers on her shirt. But she is such a character that just kind of flies under the radar. But the moments we get of her, they are just, they're some of the most interesting interactions that we get, and they're not wasted interactions. Each interaction seems to have purpose. She's either informing someone of information they need. She knows where people are in the most hectic of situations. She just always seems to pop up when she's almost needed. She's not just, a character in a scene kind of going along with the story like our boy, like other characters that we see. Her interactions are just so limited, and they always have a purpose. She's like the only character that I feel on the show that truly, whenever we see her, she's doing something, and doing something that like almost matters, or is there to witness certain situations when in other situations she's nowhere to be seen. So
Maybe.
before we get started, Scarlet, what is your kind of take on Clara as of right now before we dive into
Okay.
everything we're going to talk about?
First and foremost, welcome, Debbie. I'm with Alice. Welcome, guys. Well, just
Hello.
I'll just do it. We're gonna just go ahead and make the waters. We're gonna ripple it all up in here, Dana.
Let's go. Let's
Throw it
go.
out there. Two theories. I don't even know. We're just throwing them out there. One kind of piggybacks off the other. She's a story walker. She's Julia
Ooh.
when she's older. She may have packed on a few pounds.
Oh, interesting.
I don't
Okay.
know. Probably not. I'm going to throw that out there. Let that settle in the pond. And otherwise, I mean, she's got a lot of depth to her now because, she keeps popping in and around, like you said. So she could be a baddie, but I'm curious if she's just going to be to throw us off. Like Granny threw us all off, but Granny's like gone, right? Coming back.
She is, but people have a way to come back and from.
Yeah, but
So
she's not coming back like it wouldn't be like, because even when they come back as like Father Cautry and stuff, I don't think it's the same spirit.
okay.
So like, I don't know if it would be her. So like, I don't know if Granny's going to come back as Granny. Now it might come back as something might come back as Granny.
Very true. Another skin for whatever to kind of walk in, so to speak.
It's probably not Julia, but I just that's the really like, we're throwing some shit out there and muddying up
That's
the
what
waters.
tonight is. Tonight is strictly tinfoil hat. We are going to talk about the crazy. We are going to talk about the fun. We are going to talk about the things that might never come to be. There might be nothing to Clara. She might, like you said, James, die next season. It could all be a big old, just ruse, like, haha, we made you think she was somebody, but yeah, she ain't nobody. And we'll take it. But this show is about looking at all the possibilities, and that's what makes this show so much fun, is the fact that we could sit here and talk about this crazy stuff, and there's like a 1% chance it might actually happen. I'll take 1%. 1% isn't zero. So it's like the odds are already kind of working with us. But what about you, James? Before we get started and diving into all things Clara, what is kind of like your take where she stands now?
Like where she's standing on the roof.
So many questions about that. So many questions.
I'll be totally honest. I didn't suspect her in any way. Nothing really stood out to me too much until you brought it up.
Then I'm happy. I'm happy
But-
to have assisted you in that.
But you have a lot of good points, so I can't wait to hear them. Again, I mean, I know we've talked about it before, and it looks like you've got it really laid out real nice, like in a presentation. So I can't wait.
Well, Robert actually brought up a little tidbit that with my crappy eyeballs, I was never able to hone in on. But there is a little thing around Clara's neck that is relatively interesting. And we will also be looking at that in a moment as well. But I did put all the clips up of Clara in my Discord, and when I get a chance, I will also add them to Scarlet's Discord so that you guys could see all the clips that she is involved with. I went through every season, I scoured the show, and I clipped out every possibility and everything with Clara. Now, if I missed something, you guys, please let me know, and I will add it to my list. But from my list and my detective skills, which are 50-50 on a good day. So I did my best to find every instance that we have with Clara. And altogether, throughout the 3 seasons, we get 16 scenes with her. And I don't know if that's a lot or a little. What do you guys think? Out of 3 seasons of a show so far, she has been in 16 scenes that I have found.
All right, that's true, but did you go and cross-reference every character and how many scenes they were in?
I did.
And how often is the difference? I don't know.
I did. And maybe give or take 1 or 2 to where she was floating in the background and not enough for it to maybe matter. but I still have to do some investigating work because somebody said she is in the funeral scene of Tien Chen, but I have looked everywhere and I did not see her.
Oh, she's
So
story walking. She is the
if you guys
original
do
story
have it,
walker on it.
let me know because I did not see her anywhere in Tien
I
Chen's
mean,
funeral.
it is a small town, you know.
But of
She's
all, like, such a big moment, and it was people, whether you were Colony House or the town, you knew of Tien Chen,
mhm.
and there were people from Colony House there.
Well, I know she was there putting the flowers in the diner.
She was.
And we know she was there.
Maybe
But
she's like the one of the producer's cousins.
If you can get that episode for me, Debbie, I will check that out. But so we first get our first introduction of Clara, when Jade is kind of waking up and he's like, oh, this is just a fun escape room and I'm going to figure it all out. And he just happens to, go outside and very conveniently, this is the very first time we see Clara.
Oh, perfect. Is that for me?
Excuse me?
Got anything motorized, like a scooter or something?
No.
Hey, this will do. Thank you.
That's my.
So our first introduction with Clara is conveniently to be able to give our Mr. Jade his bicycle. And for some reason, my screenshots for Mr. Jade on his bicycle are not here. So to each its own. But do you think, like, what are the odds? He's out there, it's an escape room, and he wants to look around, and here comes Clara on her bike, all convenient.
well, I mean, it
Like,
just happens to be
yay.
her bike. But come on, that is the mode of transportation in these parts.
I've never seen anybody else on a bike.
Well, she represents that functionality.
So we will chalk it up to coincidence that she just happens to be riding by with her bicycle at that moment when Jade is looking to kind of look around the town
Well, look,
and
only certain
figure out his
individuals are allowed to have a truck. Not everybody gets one because they don't trust everybody, and she's not gonna. She needs to ride the bike.
Well, what are the odds that that is the moment she happens to pull up?
She lives at Colony House. I mean, it was probably. I would say it was higher than if she was a townie.
Phil, Clara's bike is now a Tilly's fanny pack. Very true. But what about you, James? Are we going to chalk up this introduction to Clara as a coincidence when it is kind of in a moment to where Jade is, just entering Fromville and he's like, yeah, I'm going to figure out this escape room and I'm going to look around and I'm smart and going to figure everything out and, still naive about what's actually going on and where he is.
I didn't see anything suspect about it, but that's just me. I mean, it just seems like that's just where she was and that's where he was, and he stole her bike. And I think the emphasis is, to me anyway, in that scene was more on him being the asshole. Like, okay, let's start showing how much of an asshole he is, because it showed that in a whole bunch, because he had to, work his way through that a little bit. And I just kind of took that as more about his character than her character. But again, like you say, we don't
There's
know.
a lot of coincidences with Clara. Now, I'll give you one. To where, okay, happen to be the right place at the right time. It's not that big of a place. She is from Colony House, like you say. But it's just the start of when Clara just happens to pop up on you.
Like I said, she lives at Colony House. She's been around for a minute, and she's a story walker. So of course she's going to be at certain events. I'm just gonna hold on to the story walker one for now and just see if it pans out by the end of this conversation.
There you go. And it's just we don't really have a like we've heard of other characters how they've arrived to from or gotten whether it not be an actual flashback to where we get to see it. There are some
Hmm.
characters that we do hear their story. There's never any explanation that I know of where she tells her story or it's just brought up in conversation like how she arrived. Do you think that's odd that she's one of the characters that we've yet to know how she got there?
Well, maybe she will have more of a significant role this season. I'm trying to think of a show. I know that what was it? Um, Stranger Things, where you had the sister, the little sister. She was kind of background character, but she was always there, and then eventually she had more of a role in the ending.
Mhm.
And maybe Claire will be sort of like that kind of character in a sense that, you know, she's been there, she's been around, she's background, she has been influential to some things, but she will have more greater something. Maybe something will, you know, possess her at some point, or maybe she'll fight against one of the monsters and save Jade.
That would be fun. What about you, James? Like, do you think there are coincidences in Fromville? Do you think this is such a place to where that could possibly fit into the story?
Um, I I don't see it right now. As far as Clara, there may be some coincidences with some other characters and things, but um, I mean, I agree, you know, and it's not just you or me. I mean, I think other people around the internet or wherever, you know, the fan base, see it too, you know, that she's suspicious. I'm just not connecting the dots myself. Other than a,
Right.
you know, a background character that just, you know, maybe she showed up on set or you know, I don't know, like that was an actress that was there more than others, or, you know, maybe it's just the call sheet, you know, something to do with that. But, you know, if they're being so specific in this show, placing things and characters and items and all this stuff, it's very logical that she could be because of the things you say.
Okay.
So
So we get our introduction to Clara. Jade takes her bike. He's kind of a douche and just leaves her kind of hanging. And you're right, she never gets the bike back. And maybe it does say a little more about Jade than it does her. But the second time we see her is is very interesting. So this is the second time that we see Clara.
The fuck is this?
Aren't you the guy that thought this was a giant escape room? How'd that work out for you?
Fuck off. Any of you guys know Victor?
I saw him running towards the woods with the Matthews girl last night.
Fantastic.
So this is after the Colony House massacre. And that's another scene that I scoured. I don't see Clara running nowhere, trying to escape from anywhere, you know, but she
I told you
happens
she's
to
Julia. She's the story walking Julia, but the older version. See, it's
she
starting to make
happens
sense.
Julie,
How did she know where Julia was with
Julie,
Victor? Julie. I put the Julia with it, but it doesn't matter. It's been a minute. It's been
so
very close. Hey, it's closer than I am on most characters.
true that,
coincidence.
true that.
Appreciate
So
it. What's up?
she is
Oh,
staying
BK.
in Kenny's house where Jade is staying. Jade is looking for Victor, and she
Mhm.
happens to know the information that he needs to
Right.
find Victor.
I just told you how it makes absolute sense now. She is the Matthews child, the daughter, story walking, just the
So
older
it,
version. That's how
so
she knew.
so is the thing that she is actually a part of this place or something like that, or that maybe she's hearing voices and is going to do something like you know, is kind of like a Sarah, like um
Hmm.
what's the ultimate, what do we think she is? If she's suspicious, is she something like that, or just a townsperson that um is going to be special later on in the story, or something like that?
Well, I could see her being used a few different ways. It's not as far as like a malicious character or something deeper in that kind of aspect, but it's like this the TV show kind of just having a quote unquote background character that's easily able to just be thrown into scenes to make them either have a character moved along or add some other kind of extra significance to the scene. Um, but again, like you go back to the show does place things in a particular manner, so she could have more significance to her other than just placement to carry, forward something like Jade with the bike. He needed a ride, so she just happened to be a background character they know that they'll use periodically or whatever. But I don't know. A
Okay,
few
but
things.
in that chaos, in the chaos of Colony House, she was able in the dark to spot Victor and Julie climbing out of a side window, running back into
She
the woods.
story walked just like Julie did earlier. Remember where she got to see herself? She figured it out, Dana. That's why she's not. That's why she
What?
don't have a room. Where does she sleep at?
Well, how
There
are you
you go.
saying she
I don't
knew
know.
it?
Because she story walked, like she's the future version of herself. So of course she knows she already went through the tree with Victor. She knew who Victor was the whole time. Because remember, she saw Victor and her mom when they walked through the caves together. Remember, she story walked it.
I
And
believe
what?
she
No,
is
think about it though.
watching.
What if she is? What if Clara is her in some weird way? I was starting to
I
actually wonder
agree,
if that's a
Debbie.
thing.
She could possibly have the knowledge, but I also believe she might be honing in on certain characters. So she would be kind of paying attention to possibly what Victor
That's why she got
and
popped in the face with the glass because she had too much knowledge from story walking. Because remember, she was telling about the storm on the roof. That's why she got popped with the glass.
ah, I like that Vic. Vic said she's one of the crows. Uh, Could you never know? She has the knowledge. She's one of the crows. Vic says she's nosy. But like seriously, you were in that life or death situation. Are you honestly going to tell me that if you asked anybody else who was running their scared asses away from Colony House, trying to save their butts, anybody else would possibly know that that's what Julie and Victor was doing? Why her? Why is she the one to deliver that knowledge to Jade? Why didn't one of the other two people who were standing next to her possibly say something?
Could she be Victor's sister and we not know it and they not know it?
Mm. I've That's one of the possibilities I've dabbled with. That is just one of the possibilities. But so now we have one coincidence of her on the bike, another connection that she just happens to be one of the people chosen to stay in Kenny's house where Jade is staying, and Jade is looking for Victor. Like we need our murder board. We need to start making our murder board with our red string and seeing all the connections. So, but now we get to one of the biggest, questions to where I have many questions because I'm a big girl. I'm not climbing up no ladder to get on top of an old rickety house's roof that I'm not probably going to help anybody lift up no antenna that weighs 10 pounds, 10,000 pounds more than I do. But somehow our girl, she's able to just magically get on the roof. Here we go.
Hey! You see those clouds out there?
Motherfucker.
I told you, Dana. She story walked up there,
Come on.
and she
Come on.
story walked it. I
How is
told you,
she
she
the
story
one?
walked it. She
On the
magically, well,
internet.
let's see. I mean, Julie magically went from place to place, right? Just from turning a corner.
She is the one to once again give Jade information about something that's kind of important. Big old storm coming. From's getting pissy. Look at those clouds. How did she get up on that roof? And Robert even sent pictures of the moment. And there's like no kind of like ladders really to like get up there unless there's access through the house itself. I don't know. We don't see that. But come on, guys. Let's be realistic. Let's be realistic. What's she doing up on that roof? There's no need for her to be up on that roof. What's she contributing? James, why is she on the roof?
Her dad was a roofer and she has experience with those things.
That's what you got for me.
I
That's
don't
what you
know.
got for me.
I don't know. I'm just throwing shit
Come
against the
on.
wall, you know? I don't know.
So
I mean,
you
you're
see what I
because
mean?
I agree. I agree. I don't know about the bicycle thing, but the roof thing and how she knew Victor and Julie coming out the window. Yeah, that's suspect for sure.
And she is the one on the roof to point out the storm. And this is only the third time that we kind of see her. I know that Debbie pointed out and dropped something somewhere about we see her in the background like, walking in the street or something, but this is like another significant moment that she is chosen to give information. Scarlet says she's a story walker. Do you think do you think that she could possibly be something else that's on the level of maybe the man in yellow and the kimono lady?
You just
Not
want her to
that
be bad. I mean, if I'm looking at it from perspective of
but on the good
good,
side,
she could
she
be
could
the
be on the
good.
good side.
She could be a good story walker. I mean, honestly, she
Eh,
might be like a Julie, or she could be Victor's sister, and probably not. But if we're just throwing stuff out there, I mean, for her to magically appear in certain situations and then warn of the coming storm and get her eye popped, maybe she, and then of course her right after getting her eye popped, talking to Jade again and having all the stuff happen right after with the doll and such. I mean, she could be a trigger for the story elements to happen. She's one of those characters that just triggers events in the story. She has no further meaning. Or she's a story walker. That would be fun.
It would be interesting. It would be interesting.
I
But
mean, you
this,
got the eye thing that happened to her. It didn't happen to her in the same way of anybody else, but it is a thing that
Mm-hmm.
she has an eye patch. And the whole thing with the Civil War soldier and I think it was it him that missing an eye?
Well, one of them
yes.
has an eye that's jacked up. There's
One
also the other
one had a
guy
spike
that
in his
Jade,
eye.
when
Yeah,
he goes to the
that was like from way far back.
right, he gets all
So
jacked
there
up
is
on the
something
tree.
about the eye.
What's up, Carl? Green
So,
Spider.
does
Everybody.
is that the writer's way of trying to tell us something? Well, we tried to connect it here. If you guys would have just put two and two together.
We also see a lot with eyes in the drawings. We see eyes in Miranda's drawings. We see eyes in the intro of From
Mhm.
in the drawings. So you're right, James. There is something about the eye and like the all
And even the monsters wanting them to watch to a degree. I mean, that is just creepy, but I mean, it just, adding with the whole eyes and seeing and watching and such.
But that was also a big thing in Lost. The series of Lost started and ended both with
Oh, Elgin.
Jack,
Don't
Jack
forget.
opening his eye. They
Elgin got his eye
also,
taken out there. She by the time she got to Elgin, she had already perfected her technique of taking out the eye.
I mean, doesn't Elgin know knowledge comes at a cost? Sarah wanted to know something.
And she was gonna find out.
right?
He should have gave up the information. Well,
Right? No, but I like what BK said. She's contributing. She's a doer. She doesn't just advocate ideas. She puts her back behind it. That's great. Kiwi says my alarm is Jade screaming at Jim. I know how offensive you find my proclivity.
Look, she's fast though, because she ends up what, from the roof down back inside to get her eye busted up.
I'm telling you.
I told you she stores. She just turns a corner. That just reminds me of what Julie does. I'm just saying. I'm gonna keep throwing it out there. We'll see. Eventually, it might stick. You never know. What's up, Samuel? Everybody, welcome.
Yes, it's almost like she knew it was going to rain. It was. Like there's just so we're now on
Well,
the
look, she
third.
did the pine cone technique. Remember, I seen somebody put a pine cone, and supposedly if it's like moisture, it opens or closes, something like that. So you know it's gonna rain.
Okay, so this is now coincidence number 3. Well, you can't really call this a coincidence. More so, what the fuck is she doing up there? Like, what are you doing? What you doing? I don't know.
She's continuing the story along. She's the page turner.
Look, obviously Jaden would have never noticed those clouds unless she pointed it out.
And she's the only extra character. Look, she's not going to be down there trying to actually lift up anything, Dana. She's not taking care of the children. So what else?
Do it on the roof.
Well, because that's the only other place they had to put her. All the other people were like weaving and doing stuff. She don't have a real job in town, so she's there just to kind of turn and move the page along.
Possibly. But then we do, that is the last time we see her from season 1. We only get those 3 interactions with her for the entirety of season 1. With the next scene we get with her, we start to see her in season 2. So the first time we see her is in season 2, episode 1, where she loses her eyeball for a brief moment.
There's something in my eye. Yep. Ow.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Don't touch it.
Oh, glass
that was
eyeball.
to show off the awesome medic skills, and they needed a character, and Clara was the one. Clara, yeah.
That looks like it hurts though. That definitely is looking a little scratchy. I love how she's like, I have something in my eye. Like, yeah, you got big old shards of glass up in your eyeball. Now, this doesn't necessarily have a coincidence factor, but like you said, James, it's just kind of weird. All the, references to eyes and then her getting put in an eye patch after kind of the incidences we've seen her in and the knowledge she's kind of had in season 1. Is it foreshadowing? Was she just trying to blend in? Because, everything's kind of so hectic and she's really not suffered anything like some of the other characters have. Was this to make her maybe fit in amongst the crowd a little more, like having a trauma happen to her? Because there is so much trauma going around that if she didn't have anything happen to her, would she become suspect possibly? Like always able to...
No, it's because she went up there and warned them. She story walked and was trying to change the story because she had already known what was going to happen, Dana. And then the powers that be, the man yellow didn't appreciate it. Just like he went after Tabitha, he went after Clara. Clara. I'm going to put an A on in everybody's name now. It's going to be fucked up. But the pinecone thing is real, Kiwi. It's real. That's what she did. The pinecone told her that it was time.
Well, she may just be, they keep putting her in because they know she's going to do something big later or be a special part. Because, like Elgin, he's of course a bigger character than her, but he had the dream or whatever. And he was trying to sing a song, and it was the bus driver that remembered that and gave him that clue.
Mm-hmm.
So, it may just come back around that she does that thing. And the girl that got stabbed in the head, she did rebar against the tree. That wasn't through the eye, was it? That was just
No.
through her
No, it was
head.
through. It was close, but no, they
Yeah.
they didn't quite get the eye. It's a few that I'm trying to remember who else there was. And there's something else through the eye that I'm.
Well, Debbie, it seems like you've taught people something today. So I
See, that's what I
think
was talking about. See,
that warrants just for you because we
I
are
what I was
educational
talking
here,
about. It
folks.
was the pine
This is for
cones.
you. This is
That's
for
what she used. That's how she knew the storm was coming, Dana. Me and Debbie are on the same
educational
page.
people. You learned something here. You learned something. But I think this is, I don't know. This kind of, is it referencing? Is it foreshadowing? I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
But just our
Nature's
girl
weird,
Clara.
folks. And there's reasons behind the pine cone doing that. Has to do with its seeds, protecting them or dispersing them.
Yeah, because opposite of that, fire causes them to disperse. Pow.
Mm-hmm. It's nature, Gunther.
It's amazing. I don't know about Clara though.
Yeah, she's like, man, you know, she's either a story walker or a page turner.
I mean, if I had to put money on it right now, I would just say she's a background character that just did some crazy, suspicious things. And it was written that way. But I don't know. What else
This
you
is
got,
just
Dana?
the beginning.
I know. You've got more. I know. I'm just sitting there going, oh my God.
This is just the beginning. So
What else
next
we got?
after
I know the next
this,
one's creepy, but
the
it's
next one is pretty interesting.
again, I think it's a page turner type. Like, you know, it triggers the page turning.
And
The
this
next
is,
thing.
you know, so we're gonna have to. This is gonna be okay. Here we go. Ready? Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think we made it angry?
What are you talking about?
That storm came out of nowhere, and the way the lights exploded, it's almost like we made something angry. What do we do now?
Well, I got one rolling paper left, so I'm getting stoned.
Okay.
See, she turned the page because, like, he was supposed to not just sit there and roll and get high. He was supposed to actually continue to figure it out. She was like, what are we going to do next? He's like, nothing. I'm going to sit here. It's like, okay. And then, bam.
Right?
Turn the
Again,
page. She triggers the page turning. Or she story walks. One or the other.
Coincidence? She is like, did we make this? It's like she's planting seeds in Jade's head. Like, did we make this place angry? Do you think it was because of us that this place, like, almost like she's telling him without telling him. Like, you're what you do affects this place. The decisions you like what, but I love his response. I'm just gonna get stoned. I have one roll of paper left. I think that would probably be all of us at some point. Who's got the papers? Do we have any weed? What is going on? But then the symbol appears right as she walks out of the room, and he triggers a vision. So did she, like, kind of, she's sending him, it's almost like she's Jade's guide in a sense, because she's led Jade down a few different paths. She led him to where he could possibly find Victor. She points out the storm to him. She's really the first person besides Don, like, out of the townspeople and the colony house people, that he really kind of has an interaction with there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it's like I'm 50-50 still whether she could be bad, but I'm leaning towards she's not so much bad as a neutral character, and she reminds me very much of Jacob, who in his mind, even though some of the things he did was really, really fucking bad, to him it was for a greater good. So it was justifiable. So I don't know if she's just kind of the character that will do things that, yes, seem bad, but to her, they're justifiable. So she's not really telling them, but she's doing her best to guide him. and lead him to the path of his memories. So what if she is some form of a protector, but only for a select few? So it's okay if we lose, if there's loss along the way, because that's not who she has to focus on.
Yeah. So you're saying that, like the boy in white that seems to be helping, even though he may not be a, what you say, good person
Yeah.
or good force, it seems like he's helping um, the people trying to figure out stuff. So she would be a part of that team per se, some type of background force, not like Julie that story walks, but more she's nudging the narrative, nudging the story. Like when she got up and, like you say, Jade was just going to sit there and get high, but he saw that symbol and okay, maybe she realized, no, dude, you need to be thinking about this more,
Yeah. Yeah. Like she can't help everybody, but who she's focusing on, she will help without helping, in a sense. Like she might not, there might be rules. She might not be able to fully get involved, but she can kind of steer the situation, or get involved without getting her hands dirty, so to speak. Like, because even when it came to Jacob and what he did with the island, to where he influenced a lot of it, to him he never gotten, like, he never interfered. So he
right?
might have guided people to where they kind of needed to be and to what they had to do, but he never directly interfered, in a sense.
Right. So, but her, like Victor, he was all alone and everyone else arrived after the massacre. So she had to arrive and Victor probably saw it. So if she is a regular person, though, she may be getting talked to like Sarah, but just in a different way. And she's, the role she plays is just a different kind of voice or something. Is that
Well,
is that what you're saying? Or you think she's an entity herself or
I believe she's an entity herself.
so she
And
never
if
came to town?
she never came to town, but she will have a story about how she came to town if need be.
Okay, seems like other people would know that though, right?
Set it up to where she did, quote unquote, arrive.
Maybe walk into town, suddenly she just appeared walking down the road. Where am I?
Possibly that could be a possibility. And as far as Victor is concerned, the man in yellow has been here. Kimono lady has been here. Victor didn't see them, possibly. So who's to say
Yeah, but
she's
they're
not?
not like
But they're
hanging
not, yeah,
around.
they're not playing a character in town.
Like she's around. So like, when did she
She's
pop
around
in?
now.
But I'm saying she's quote unquote been around at least since
Since the
before or
massacre.
after
As far as a member of the town, she's been here
Donna.
since the
Yeah,
massacre.
I don't know if they showed her when the flashbacks with Donna, or when Boyd first come to town, or if she arrived after Boyd. Because if she arrived after Boyd, you would think Boyd would. I mean, if she's before Boyd, then maybe there might be some sneaking stuff because there was a lot of ins and outs with people. But after Boyd, they kept track of who was coming in and out. So I was going to ask, when did she actually supposedly come into town, or appear in
No.
town, quote, whatever, however we want to put it.
But if there is magic here, if there's magic at play, and she is an entity that has power of some kind, she might have been able to made it look like she arrived, whether it be in a vehicle, whether it be however she arrived to play her story. But it doesn't mean, just because Victor didn't see her, doesn't mean she wasn't there.
I see what you're saying. If she's an entity, yeah, she was there before, but she only appeared as a citizen after the massacre, as Clara. But that's part of the, we don't know, like a different theory. Like
Exactly.
it's one of the theories that we're throwing out there.
Again, just tinfoil hat, having fun, like possibly. Who we you never know. Like, I'm just saying, just throwing out some fun stuff to talk about and who Clara could be. But again, who Clara could be, another path is Victor's sister. Another path is kind of what you said, Scarlet, with the whole story walking. Just because we see Julie doing it doesn't mean she's the only one. And
I don't know. She probably is. Most likely, she's just a character that's there, like to kind of turn the page or to keep progression to a degree without it being a main character and having to take away from them or where they're located and stuff like that. But it is fun to think about, like a character like her in a story like this, which what meaning some of the stuff that she's doing could have. And is it something deeper? Story walking thing would just be fun because of the fact that she magically appears places. But then I still wouldn't be able to explain, like, where did she come from? So I'm like, well, I guess she just ended up there. She went down the same path somewhere along the way and became a story walker. I don't know. I wouldn't be able to fully explain it, but it was fun. It was fun to think about.
It is. It's all fun to think about, like just all the moments that she's connected to, and if there's magic involved, could she go as far back as some of the other entities that we know of here? Is she just somebody who, Victor was young, and yeah, he grew up here, but who knows? Could she have been in the settlement? Victor, I don't think Victor ever wandered as far as the settlement. Like, I don't know if he's wandered as far as the hut. Like, there are places that she could have been while Victor was growing up, that Victor might not have come into contact with her or has seen her that young. We don't know how far Victor has really traveled throughout this place. So it's all in that kind of blank area. Like, it's the Mad Libs. Like, we're just kind of filling in these blank areas of possibilities to make her fit. And yes, she could just be a background character who it's all coincidences. She's just showing up when she shows up, and that's just her role to play. But it's just cool to think about if there's more, is what I'm saying. Is there more to her than we?
You muted yourself. You're
Yeah, I
back.
was blowing my nose. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say I was making sure because you were in the middle.
So would you guys say
I'm
that
sorry.
Clara
My
is
nose,
more
my nose has
suspicious?
a mind of its own. I'm still getting over a cold, and I didn't
No,
think
you're
it'd be
good.
proper to blow my nose on
No, you're
stream.
good. I didn't know if it was.
I couldn't hold it
Okay.
anymore.
What were you saying, James? I'm sorry.
Would you guys say that Clara is more suspicious than Donna or Tilly was, or any, like, do you think she's even more suspicious than anyone else as far as
For me, she's on the same like level of her actions are on the same sort of level as like a Tilly. She's just kind of survived or was here longer than Tilly. Like had Tilly been there and still continued on, I feel like the level would have been the same throughout. Yeah, or like their intensity is the same. Even like with Donna or some of the other characters. Now I can't say as far as who's been more suspicious, like who's been in more of these scenes or not, but the level of suspicion is the same.
Right, but it's just fun. It's just fun to kind of in one of these type of shows that we could do this, that we could just see a character that is just kind of been floating around throughout these seasons and, just make this story about her. And whether it comes to be, it comes to be. And if she's a regular basic character, I'm still happy that we got a chance to talk about all of this. But as we do get deeper into season 2 and we start to kind of see just what she's kind of dealing with after she kind of sees the symbol with a jade. This is another just weird one. Here's the next clip.
No.
I'm glad you're okay. I said I'm glad you're okay. We lost so many people, I was worried
Who was in my room? Someone was in my room and they took something.
Oh, I think I saw Jade and the Matthews boy up here last night, but...
Again, here she is interacting with Victor. And nobody goes up into Victor's room. Like, why is she going up into Victor's room? Victor's not somebody necessarily everybody kind of worries about or checks in. Is she just being nice? Like, but she also happens to have seen Jade and Ethan in Victor's room that's all the way at the top of Colony House. Like, not on the first floor or, in the corner or something. Like, how did she know with as big as Colony House is that they were up in Victor's room?
Well, kind of like Green Spider saying, I think is a very good possibility of what she kind of is as a character, which is the writer's tool to get things from point A to B. So in order for Victor to know, like, hey, what happened, she's a failsafe. Just to kind of carry the story along. Kind of like...
So she's kind of like the narrator, almost.
Like how Robert saying, it had like kind of like Dale and them and Stacy, they're just kind of their background characters. Eventually they'll die off or whatever, and they come off as sus because they come in at certain moments. But and with us looking at a show the way we look at From, moments like this are very sus, but really it could just be as easy as them trying to get the characters from point A to point B, like Green Spider was saying. Or she could be totally sus and, she's behind it all. Dun, dun, dun.
Right? But it's like, I just feel like her moments are so particular. Like, they're not just... Like, she's just always with information. She knows where people are. She knows what's going on. But yet she's just a wallflower. Like, if you saw her in the room, you wouldn't think she was anybody quote unquote special. But yet she's always there for such special moments that our characters need to discover something, to find something, to go somewhere, to progress forward, to do something. It's just Clara. And they could have split that up amongst so many people, but yet she's like this constant. Everybody else is kind of veering off the line, but then it's like, there's Clara. And she's just there for so many different important moments.
We've had a few characters like her. She may be the most consistent, but like they were saying in the chat, there's a few characters who you don't get a lot of backstory. Like Robert said, you don't get a lot of backstory from like Dale and some of them, but they end up dying, but they still have these moments that are sus or something that triggers us to kind of want to look into further what they're saying, but really they're just kind of there for different reasons, but nothing necessarily sus about it. Like we started getting really sus of Nikki when that stuff was going off because she was popping up in scenes that had to do with Fatima. But a lot of those characters end up getting killed off before they're really allowed to do as much as our lady here. So if you think about it, had she been killed off, of course she wouldn't look as sus by now. So if she dies off in the next season, does it change anything, or would it be the same as like a Tilly or one of these other characters that kind of got killed off but were very sus?
Oh yeah, it would change. It would definitely change a lot. But then again, how if she's brought back, then it changes again. So, and that's what I love about this show is like, yes, they could kill her off, but then something else could happen, and then we're back to it. Okay, is that, like you said, is now she a Father Cautry, bartender, our bartender dude? Is she Abby, one of those type of spirits? And I don't know. And that's what's going to be so interesting to see things play out with her and see where her story kind of ends. But I just love it. I love that she's there. And she's just so sticking out to me. And like all I'm going to be doing during season 4 is like watching and, okay, there she is. There she is. Added to the list. Oh, she died. Okay, never mind. Cross the big X.
There's a few more, right? I know you got a lot to go.
So
I'm just trying to. I'm the adversary. That way, when it comes out, data, you can be like, I have fought off all.
Oh yeah.
and then you'll be
I
victorious.
am not gonna be one of those people who are gonna be bitter or mad. Like, this is fun. This is fun.
It's still, I mean, her character still sus because again, it's the longevity of her situation. What she does is
And it
not
gives everybody something to think
different
about.
from some
It
other
kinda
characters, but the fact that she survived makes her look a little more sus, which only adds to the susceptibility.
Word of the day. Word of the day.
I don't know, something
So,
like that.
we see her in victim. So, like, so far, we've seen her interact with Jade. We've seen her now interact with Victor. And we've kind of seen her in these kind of moments of just interest. So, next, here we're going to see her, and she is in the background. Not in the background, but she is present for another pretty significant moment.
Mm-hmm.
Here, let's sit him right down here. We got it.
Good.
Hey, can you grab me some more towels? Yeah. Pass me.
No, you can't. It's too dangerous.
Look, we've got lookouts at all the windows. It's okay. I think we're all clear. Okay.
No.
Well, there was a lot of folks there. She just happened to be one of many at the colony house. She lives there.
Yep. And I'm not saying that, but she's also the one who goes to the window and gives them the all clear to go out. Like,
Well, I mean, because she's a familiar face and voice.
But it wasn't
It's fine.
clear.
Well,
So
who
is
was
she
it?
helping us or hurting us or both?
She was just there, and they had to get out of the house. Somebody had to be like, "Hey, it's all clear." Look, y'all, they're sus of Elgin in that same scene, and Fatima,
Again.
because you know who knows? She could at what point she was impregnated with the beast. She could have been smelling the blood then and there.
Yeah. I mean, I agree the way they did it with her as far as the writing and making her that type of character is suspicious, makes it look suspicious, and maybe that's on purpose. But I do agree with Robert how he says she's just that background character that provides the information to keep the scene going. But I don't know. Never trust a one-eyed person, I'm just saying.
So it's just another key moment that she is present for. So it I don't know. She just gets my mind kind of wandering with everything. But the next situation is even more kind of, odd in a sense. Sorry, Nico's. Stop it, Nico. My dog is being annoying. We see her in this moment, just kind of lounging around.
Yeah, so this is your work at home.
Okay.
Guitar chords. They're all taught the type
Uh-huh.
So you take.
Good. Keeping her up.
Mm-hmm. You're doing a great job, you know? You're gonna be a great mom.
How did you know?
Sweetie, I've had 4 kids and 7 grandchildren. I know an expecting mother when I see one.
What's wrong?
I just remembered my dream.
Dun dun dun.
That's a
Look.
big moment.
Like, there's like
That's a
5 people in that
big
scene that are
moment.
sus. That whole scene was sus in and of itself. I mean, she lives there. The lady's got to like have her prayer beads or whatever somewhere. It's the end of the world again for like the 20th time.
She's a witch.
But again, it's
But what
such
Granny
a-
was right there. That was sus in
She's
and
a
of
witch, too.
itself. And Elgin, he was sussing
He's
it
a
all
witch.
over the place.
He's a
And
witch.
then Fatima was getting taken over.
She's definitely a witch.
There's a lot of sus stuff going on there, Dana.
Exactly, but again, it's just another key. Okay, so there's 5 other randos along with Clara. Like,
Mhm.
it's always other randos that might be around, but Clara is the constant. Like, it's just another situation to where Tilly with the line, 4 kids and 7 grandkids. That is something that everybody has deep dove heavily into because of trying to find a connection that Tilly might have to from and certain things going on. Elgin gets the spark of remembering his dream. Fatima is called out for being pregnant. Like, those are just such big moments, and Clara's in the background. Forget the other 5 randos that happen to be there.
Don't forget them.
Clara
No,
is
they're
the
100%
constant.
there. How you just forget these other characters?
Because it's not
Everybody
consistent.
was honed in on
It's
Granny until she
consistent with
died.
Clara.
Every scene was like Granny. Every scene that Granny's in is a moment to look upon. And
But
she
even
died, and now we
Granny
don't
is
care.
not there
Granny was
for as
being
many
sus.
moments.
Because she just hasn't been there long enough. She got taken out by Fatima.
Oh, wait, BK. I got that one. Don't you worry. But again, it's just, there's Clara. Just standing there. I'm just doing my thing. But she's there to hear that information. Just like she was there to see Ethan and Jade go up into Victor's room. She was there to see Julie and Victor run into the forest. She was there to give Jade the bike that he was able to really travel around and look around from. Like, she is just connected to so many important moments.
Well, they
And
had to
even
have
though
one
she's just
background
kind of lingering
character.
in the background, it's still so important.
They had to have one familiar background character.
It's just something to
Otherwise,
think
you would be
about.
like, when they do these little turning points or whatever, kind of get from point A to point B, they're like, well, of course they have just some random background character. It's always some random background character, like know nothing character gets thrown in. Well, she's not a know nothing character to a degree. I mean, she is, but she's not, right? She's a continuation in order to change from one little thing to the next and give little bits of information, possibly.
But it's just such a big moment for her to be present for. Another big moment for her to be present for. What about you, James? Like, do you think it's just, again, coincidence that she is there for such another big kind of moment in the story?
You know, it it doesn't say or prove to me anything. Is it suspicious? Yeah, but at the same time, in a way, this more than maybe the other scenes. The other scenes to me were a little more suspicious. This one just seems like, hey, they're all in the house and she's standing over there.
It's a big old house. It's a big ass house. Real, like, there she is, just chilling.
You know, and if you go by the logic, you know, let's keep your logic going as far as she had to be on the roof for a reason, or she had to give him the bike for a reason, or sit there and interrupt him smoking the joint for a reason. Why was, you know, let's look for the reason that she's in this room. Could it be that if Tilly didn't recognize Fatima was pregnant, she would have to maybe step in and make that story moment happen?
Ooh,
Or something.
James is cooking. I like that.
So, you know, I
I
don't know
like
if we
that.
can continue the logic, then, you know, it may be something to it.
Right? But it's fun. It's fun to think about. But again, it's just our girl Clara. There she is. There she is. But that is the last time that we see her in season 2. So when we see her again, the next time we see her will be and this is the most we see her, and it's almost like each season goes by, we get more and more of her. And I don't know if that was by design, because she was kind of meant to be this character that the suspicion around her builds, or your thought process around her builds as the story goes. Is it because, and I haven't really seen many people on YouTube talking about her. I think I've come across maybe one video that was dedicated to her. So it's not like, I know sometimes we think that sometimes the people of these shows kind of listen to us YouTubers, even though we are so unqualified and nobody should be listening to us in the first place, but they almost listen to us and incorporate and add things. I know we've said that about things, almost like they're listening. So has that affected her character? But then again, she's not really talked about that much. So it's just odd to me. It's just odd to me that as the seasons have gone, we get more and more of her. And now it's season 4 kind of around the corner. what else could we get from her? Like, where else are they going to put her? What? And it's just going to be, and especially if this is the season of reveals, like I think we're going to get it's going to be, we're going to get a lot of reveals because it's the only way that they're going to be able to progress the story. And I just wonder if we will get more revealed of her, maybe a backstory, maybe something, I don't know, maybe she's a story walker and she starts helping Julie, or maybe Julie figures out that that's her she was eating good in Fromville. I don't know. They're getting crops, weather's warming up again, you know. It's gonna be interesting. So the next time we see her, it's now the start of season 3 and another situation. Oh, Uh, Robert says, I can guarantee that they are listening. In E-Man's interview, John Griffin admitted he follows the various social medias. It could be. I don't know, but I just know that when I searched for stuff on Clara, just like in general, and I'll post it in the Discords of the one other person who had a video actually dedicated to her. Like Clara's behind it all. I didn't watch it because I didn't want it to like ruin kind of my thought process on it, but just to see how many people were talking about it, if anybody was, just out of curiosity. And she's really not. But I just think she's just, I don't know, there's just something about her. So so we see her in the season premiere of season 3, and it's just I like this interaction.
It's bad enough you're getting double rations without you hogging the bathroom.
Whoa, back off, Nikki.
Eat shit, Clara.
Hey.
Screw her.
Right? Screw that bitch. Screw that bitch. Like, again, coincidence. She just happens to be coming around the corner when Nikki is like pounding on the door to, like, she didn't even say, like, oh, I was here to use the bathroom, or like she was just walking around. What do you guys think of her, you know, telling Nikki to shut the fuck up in a very nicer way than I would have told Nikki to shut the fuck up? But nice nonetheless. What do you guys think?
I mean, again, just, depending on how you look at the scene, it could be seen as, okay, she's a constant in a weird scene. Or again, she's just part of the kind of page turner. She's a character that we'll always know, so she's going to be one that's used in the background often, whereas these other ones they die off after they're kind of introduced as a background character of significance. Because eventually Nikki died off as well.
Yes, we did, and I wonder why. You think?
Well, that's a whole bunch of other
Clara?
shenanigans. Well, no, Granny, remember, and the cards and the crows and the bits, and she
pissed
picked up the
Clara off.
crow,
Clara
and
don't
when
like that.
well, she also, messed with the mother of the demon child, and she got told
Right?
and then she touched the crow.
So
And Granny
you
found
think-
out too, all the knowledge. Granny was trying to give up the knowledge, so she got taken out.
Yes, but I like that green spider. So we have the man in yellow and the woman Clara in blue. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yep, and she did die. I don't know. Did she piss our lady off? And Clara said, you mess with Fatima, I gotta kill you now.
Well, no, Claire didn't do it. It was the crows.
It was the crows. What about you, James?
So if you follow the logic again, it could be that she was protective of Fatima because the kimono lady knows that, hey, if something has to happen as far as one of the monsters dies, Fatima is our vessel. Maybe.
So many thoughts. But it's just another connection. Like here we have this Fatima's so sick from her pregnancy. Nikki's messing with her and have all the moments to come walking around the corner. Here comes Clara. Just to be like, yeah, screw her. Fuck that bitch. I'm gonna get her. Don't worry, Fatima. I'm gonna get her. She ain't gonna mess with you again.
Yeah, she's a problem. We're gonna have to fix that.
Right? Robert says the president of MGM, who is a huge fan of From, admitted that he reads all of the theories. In fact, he hinted that he had a
Sorry.
pseudonym on Reddit. I said that word right, I hope. They listen to us. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be as Vic is still Clara's a crow. She sent her crow family on a murder mission.
But I get it. Her not having now yet seen an ending is sus, considering, you know, things. But she's familiar, so she's just going to be that familiar character to help things move along a bit. You never know. Why she's going to die this next season, then that's it.
She probably is. And it's all going to be for like nothing. But it's okay.
Or she
It's
might
alright.
survive to the very end and be, you know, the man in blue.
Who
The
knows?
woman in blue. Something, I don't know.
Old Julie story walking because they never were really able to get the fuck out of here.
Right. I mean, it's probably
Who
not. I mean,
knows?
other than the color hair, it's not like they would be the same character.
Yeah.
But wouldn't that
It's
be some
fun.
wild shit like
That
the whole
would.
time?
It would. It would.
I don't think
That's
so
what I
because
love.
technically she sees herself, but she doesn't. I don't know. I don't know what rules we're going. This is a magical fantasy realm too, so
And we are
don't know.
all witness that if it comes out that Clara is a story walker, you heard it here first. Scarlet said it. I will be like, nope. Scarlet said that shit. She called that shit.
But if it doesn't
And
happen,
we
then you know we were just we were
right
just throwing
tinfoil
things out
hat.
there.
We
We
were
just
just
seeing if
having
anything
fun.
would stick, right?
We were just having fun.
Throwing
So
stones in the
we've gotten a little further with the story of that we've kind of seen Clara throughout these 3 seasons. And the next one is this is the moment I think that really kind of cemented for me, okay, something's up with her. Like something's up with her. I like it's too much now. But this moment right here was just
It was too much for you.
yeah, too much.
With this whole
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
that whole
When
scene.
you were talking,
being-
Scarlet, I apologize.
No, you're good. That whole scene, from her until you know the radio lets Kenny know what's up. It's just, man, the writers are funny in a very morbid way.
Aren't they?
You get
Like,
all of
here
that,
she
but
is.
eventually you get, you know, him getting, you know, Kenny having to hear the radio celebrate. I'm like, oh,
Right?
this doesn't
But
catch a break.
also, this is another thing. I know, Robert, you said you did not have a clear shot of it, but Robert brought her necklace to my attention. And I have to get, like, my eyes, I'll have to try to get a clearer shot, but there's definitely something on the necklace. I can't
Well, it
quite
could just
make
be decorative, like just particular. It's not quite a moon
Oh,
shape or a
he-
crescent moon from this.
Yeah, he just pointed out how people wear some really interesting necklaces. Like he sent me a
Right.
picture of Ellis's necklace,
Some
and
of them
just
have the
couple of-
triangle on it, which is kind of
Yeah.
interesting. But in hers, I mean, I don't know if it's possible it's a crescent moon, but I have to go
It's
look
a
at another
It's
shot.
a witch. It's a witch thing.
It's a witch thing.
I have I always wear my.
But I don't know if
Mine-
hers is quite a crescent moon.
Mm.
I've seen other jewelry like that where they have like, I don't know, it's not really a bead because beads aren't quite like they used to be, but little charms and stuff that are in bit.
But I do know Robert
like
was
that.
asking me about the triangle, and from what I know in just Wicca, is that the triangle typically stands for almost like rebirth, and it's it's another aspect of like the triple moon goddess with the 3 sides and just balance and like equality of some forms when it comes to the elements, but the triangle primarily is used in like rituals for like rebirth or fertility and stuff like that. So I don't know if that answers your question, Robert, but I know he was asking me about the triangle and
It even probably goes
but
back even crazier stuff. I know some of the
that's just in
esoteric
Wicca.
stuff goes back
In Wicca.
to some
I'm
other
just talking about in Wicca.
especially when people talk about like pyramids and stuff like that. But and it's a geometric shape too, which there's some things that go into possibilities with that. But that was again when you start getting into that sort of it's math mixed in with fantasy type deal of stuff. It gets really crazy. It makes your brain hurt, Dana.
It does. But
The words
again,
get real hard.
another moment that she just happens to be in the diner when Kenny is walking in for the first time after learning of his mother's death, and then right before he gets tormented by the jukebox, almost like how Jade, the symbol was triggered. It's like, was she there for comfort, knowing that this place in that moment was going to try to break Kenny even more? Was she another fun fact that I was one of my Facebook friends made me think about, what if she wasn't there to leave the flowers at all, but it was an offering because she needed something in that closet room. And that's what she was really in there getting something. And I was like, that's interesting that it was almost like an offering to Tien Chen because she needed to take something from that closet. Again, tinfoil hat, folks. We're having fun. It's not like we're talking fun. Like, what do you think about that? Because she's not at the funeral. She is not at the funeral. So if she's paying respects now, why not also go to the funeral?
Well, it was, hard, and then she felt really bad, and she went there to pay her respects, and then Kenny came in, so it was just too much for her. She had to go and check on Elgin, I think, or just when she had to go check on Elgin, I can't remember.
She wasn't at the funeral because she was over there at those little cabins planting the food that they would need later.
Mm-hmm. It was a long day. I mean, everybody mourns in their own way. How are we to judge her and how she put flowers there at the place from which, the lady worked.
She did, but do you think she also could have taken something from,
what did she take?
Ethan, there were so many things in there.
I know
Maybe
she's so many things, and she's popping around all over the place. She could have taken them at any time. Nobody would have noticed her.
Oh,
Bye,
thank you so
Kiwi.
much, Miss Kiwi. I appreciate you, love you, and thank you for being awesome.
Kiwi's awesome.
Right? Because she's not sus as fuck. Like,
There's some other stuff with triangles too. I was reading like mind, body, and soul. There's some geometry stuff in there and some other bits. I'm trying to quickly go through some things.
Oh no, just another moment. There's Clara. Like Kenny is at like his lowest right there. And of all the people he could have possibly have popped into the diner to see, like I don't know. What do you it's just interesting. She's just so much fun. She's so much fun to talk about. It just fuckery Scarlet. Where is it?
Oh
Where is it?
shit! I'm looking up triangles. The upward triangle has something to do with
I
fire.
got it. Here it goes.
Are you all right, my donut pretties? Wait a second. You're a bagel!
Fuckery everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Check this out for fuckery. How many triangles did we get? We get 3 of them. It says basically the triad concepts. There's like I guess 3 of them. They represent interconnected forces such as mind, body, spirit, past, present, future, birth, death, or birth, life, and death.
Yep.
There you go. Sorry, I couldn't help it. I was like, no, there was so much on triangles. I just couldn't remember all of it.
Yeah, there's so much. And in Wicca, there's so much. But again, another moment. There she is, just quote
Well,
unquote
she's
paying
just,
her
you know,
respects.
to each their own, Dana. Don't judge her,
Yes.
her way of mourning.
Hello, Dieter. Welcome.
What's up?
But so now it keeps getting good. It keeps getting good. Like it's just so interesting. So after she pays her respects for Miss Tien Chen, this is another just interesting moment that we get to see with our girl Clara. Here we go.
What is that? They divvied up the rest of the cow this morning. We got plenty if you want some.
I don't think so.
Baby's not a meat eater, huh?
I guess not.
Right, because it's Julie, and she
Not
already
a
knows.
meat eater.
She's a
Like
story walker, Dana. See, it's Julie. Julie. She already knows what's gonna happen, and she's just kind of she can't say too much, right? This is when she's perfected her story walking. I don't know.
another moment that our Miss Clara is just she's just happens to be cooking the steaks and all that good stuff. Gee, what I'm with Alice says maybe Clara / Julie does not accept Tien Chen's death and is off to fix it. It could be one of the things, or maybe she's sad that it's something she can't change because like part of the story that it is just something she's not able to change.
Right? She's glad the cow died, Bill.
Right? They was hungry. They was hungry. What about you, James? Another baby not a meat eater?
I don't know. Again, it just seems like she's there to carry a scene when, a background character was just what they wanted to put in there. But I don't know, because trying to follow the logic again, I don't see it in every scene, it's hard to even come up with something maybe. But again, if she's standing in that room when Tilly was saying about the baby, and then you go to this scene where she says about the meat thing, I mean, she is simply asking her if she wants something to eat, and that is what she's cooking. So it's pretty simple. But if there's a meaning, maybe it's same reason she was standing in that room during that other scene.
Right? She just happens to be the one that's there to, hey, Fatima, you hungry? You want something? And like the pun, baby don't eat no meat.
So are you, from your standpoint, Dana, is she good or bad or both, or is she playing one side or the other, like the boy in white or the man in yellow? What would you say about that?
If I had to give her a side, I would definitely say she's good. And she would be on the level of a Jacob, meaning she is maybe a protector of some kind, but will she do unfavorable things to protect this place and keep whatever's at bay? Yes. So that's why I call her more neutral, but no, she's not evil, meaning she ain't no man in yellow ripping out people's throats and, doing stuff to the monsters. She's not evil like that. Like even the kimono lady, I don't necessarily look at as evil. I look at her as more so cursed. And in my video, I even said, what if the kimono lady, the man in yellow, or even a Clara once made a sacrifice here of some kind for some kind of powers, magic, whatever the case may be. And now it came at a cost. Because like he said, knowledge comes at a cost. What if that knowledge is magic? And just because you think you're going to get something good you're not necessarily getting something good. The monsters got their immortality, but now look at them. The kimono lady got possibly a form of immortality, but now she's cursed to birth the monsters in a sense. The man in yellow got immortality, let's call it, but he just is somebody who seems to be evil. That if we might look at it like that, maybe Clara is another casualty of this place. And at one time she made a sacrifice and now she's stuck in whatever form she is. Just another but Scarlet, if you could just do me a favor and read the chat for a second, I have to let my dog out.
Let's see.
Thank you, my darling.
Dieter says, don't think there are people that are for the monsters. Again, the people I think Jade and Tabitha need to finish the ritual, and Storywalker Julie needs to help. You think? Yeah, that's definitely something going on. Maybe she's the boy in white's mom. Yeah, a lot of things going on with Miss Claire here. And hey, and going back to Robert asking about triangles, since we're taking kind of a moment here. When you think about this, I put a link in my Discord under the general from stuff, but I'm gonna read off on this here site. It's talking about triangles and their symbology and such. And it came across like I was looking for like 3 triangles, and it got into triangular numbers, and it actually came up with like 3 triangles together, forming the number 3 triangle. I don't see why do things. I don't think it's this complicated, but regardless, it starts to go into like tetrahedral numbers, James. But the number 3 triangle is interesting because after you get through all the math, you get down to the symbolism of the triangle. You get through all the bits that I don't understand. I get to some words that maybe I do understand. You're talking about that number 3 triangle. It says the first of the odd numbers, one being considered the number principal. Again, some bits of, anyways, is some. All right, so the symbolically represented by the divine figure or triangle, Egyptian symbol of divinity. Man, see, it's still got some of them hard words. Pythagorean symbol of wisdom. Yeah, I don't know if I said that right, but it was close enough. The Christian symbol of the Trinity. The equilateral triangle. I think I got that one right. Damn it. The first closed figure of the second dimensions, 2D. Represents the man. Why do they have to give me words? I'm trying to read.
Are they forcing you to do math?
No, I know I'm forcing myself to read this stuff about triangles, and man, I learned there's a lot of words. Archetypal form of geometry. You know what? That was close enough.
There you go. I'm with Alice. Yes, they are in a scene together, and that's coming up.
But it gets into a whole bunch of stuff and talking about how, like, the human being is a prism, is a trinity. The 3 sides must be equal in the same way the human being must have harmoniously developed a triangle formed by his intelligence, heart, and will so that the light can manifest itself in all its splendor. Only the equilateral. Robert. Oh, no. Well, I put that in my Discord. If you want to read up on that, some more bits about triangles. It talks about the mother, the father, the child, and even in chemistry and stuff like that. All kinds of bits.
Well, there you go. You do math all day. Your brain hurt. Your brain is tired.
No, I just on a typical day, words are hard, Dana, and they give me big words like Pythagorean. You know, I don't think I said that right, but it's fine. I'll figure it out later. I said tetrahedral numbers.
Look at you. There you go.
It said
Look at
words.
you.
I
Like I
did
said, we're
words.
educational here, people. We're
I did words.
educational. We're educational. Spell that word. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I'm sure they're together, aren't they? Yeah, Julie, are they?
Yes, there is, and it's
Yeah.
coming up.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
Dana
thought
said
so.
she's got a clip.
It's coming up.
All
But
right.
then
That would have been even crazier. It would have
we only have a handful of clips left of our Miss Clara. The next scene that we see her in is when we have to say goodbye to Nikki. Here we go.
Hey, look, what are you doing? She's a cop. You can't just leave her out there.
I know. Okay. You gotta believe me, please. You gotta believe me. You must have been a misfire. This isn't real. This can't be happening.
So she is the one who lets our new copper into Colony House. And, you know, if she was pissed off that Nikki, you know, was picking on Fatima, and then she said to Fatima, you know, baby's not a mediator. Hold on, let me give you something that the baby is going to want. And serves Nikki up on a silver platter. Here's your dinner. There you go. Another incident of her just because she lives there, she's there. Because there's been other group stuff that,
I mean,
you know,
again, it's how you look at it. I mean, it's sus, or like James and some of you guys are saying, it's kind of just another. She's just there to kind of help carry through to the next bit, perhaps.
but she's also the only
I don't know if I
one
said it
willing
right,
to
something
open the
like that.
door for
Well,
our
somebody
cop.
had to do it. None of the other. They didn't want to make anybody else a big centerfold sort of background character, and Claire's always there.
She is. What about you, James? She just happens to be the one who lets the cop into Colony House.
Maybe. Like she has the knife in the scene you've got up there now, and she had to open the door. Maybe she's the only one that in her contract can do stuff like that. None of the other
There you go.
characters could.
Erin-
Were authorized to hold a knife or open the
There
door.
you go. But she's just there in the background. Lets our cop in, and you know Fatima was starving, and you know she just said, "Okay, you don't want the cow, so here I'll give you Nikki." And Fatima goes to Chowtown. Oh, my screenshots. Let me pull those back up. Another just coinkydink. She's the only one who had balls
Possibly.
to
Sorry, I had to go
open
get
the door.
blanket.
It's okay. We actually were in the 40s today. It was
Well,
nice.
it's actually nice here. It's just my son's sleeping. It's got the AC going, so I'm cold.
From being negative like 10 to in the 40s, yeah, it's like spring out there.
I know, it's basically spring here. I've got to plant the things. It's time. The time has come.
But just another, look at all them people standing around. Really? Clara's the only one who was willing to open the door? Nobody else
Wait,
was
is
willing
it
to
not
open the
sharing
door?
anymore? Or is
Oh,
it just
it's not. Oh, hold on.
Sorry.
Nope. I got the boot. Yeah, hold on. Let me reshare.
Yeah, I just noticed, and I was like, wait a minute. Thought it was me and my internet. I didn't check. Like, wait a minute.
Technological fun.
It's all right. See, we're right back where we were, folks. No problems, no worries.
Right.
And there she is. I
Right?
mean, I don't
A
get
lot of people there. She's the only one willing to open the door.
Exactly, because nobody else wanted to be centerfold. Like this lady here, she wanted them to see all her bits. She's getting that paycheck, Dana.
Or did she not care about opening the door because she knew nothing was going to happen to her?
What? She didn't want the lady to die.
She's like, look, she provided food for Fatima. Let the lady in.
Right? Right? I'll agree. She's like, it's all coming together. It's all coming together. Nope, just another weird Clara incident. But this is what I'm with Alice was asking if we ever see Julie and Clara, and it's brief, but we do see them together. And this is the one and only time you will see Julie and Clara together. Here we go.
Hey, town meeting's already started.
Yeah, I just gotta grab something.
Just walking by as she's going in to get Fatima's weed. She's already running late to the town meeting. Like, why are you straggling? Everybody's already there. What's the holdup? Why is she late to the town meeting?
Well, I mean, she didn't have her bike anymore.
Oh, she's fashionably late.
Yeah.
Fashionably late.
She has to walk everywhere she goes.
They didn't see each other during the storm. She was like down there and got all the glass popped.
They were in the same room together, but that's like the first time we've seen them like interact.
Oh, okay. I
with
was
each
gonna
other.
say I thought they were in like scenes together, or at least in the vicinity.
Yeah, this is the first time that they actually say
So-
something to one another.
Oh, yeah. Just double check.
Play it again, Vic. Hold on. For Vic. Where is it? Where is it? This one.
Hey, town meeting's already started.
Yeah, I just gotta grab something.
And she just, happens to be going to get Fatima's leftover weed.
Well, she had to make sure everything was secure in the house, before. Can't trust Elgin in there. I mean, remember? He was trying to steal food. Dale tried to show him. Can't trust him. But we can see why now. Maybe Dale was on to something.
Right, coming and going.
Just saying.
Right.
I mean,
it's
Elgin,
interesting.
how far was Elgin crazy when Dale tried to tell him? And now you got to think, maybe Claire was always watching Elgin. She knew the same way that, Dale knew. They took Dale out for his knowledge.
Could be.
Dale was a piece of shit, though.
He really was.
He was. Like, all jokes aside, he was a piece of shit.
Yeah. Just pass each other by. Just,
I don't know.
And
And what was, because after that, she goes to the meeting, right? And she's in there with.
She does. Who brought it up? They have, opposite, almost clothes. Blue, gray.
Right.
Gray.
And see, is it now starting to become maybe a possible theory? At least it's.
Oh my God, Scarlet.
They're listening to watch. That's going to be like next season and shit.
You just invert them and they're the same person.
I know.
the new tinfoil hat.
Explains everything, James.
Are they the same person?
We figured it out.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun.
That's why she knows everything. She's been hanging around a long time. She's perfected it. See, we'll see. Y'all said we're going to see versions of Julie. Well, we've seen one all
Right,
along.
well, even the kind of color of her shirt underneath almost matches her color tone. Damn it, Robert?
You had to go.
We need you and your color theory.
See, you guys, you weren't thinking that it meant anything. I was just throwing stones, but they're starting to make ripples.
It's all connected. Connected.
Don't doubt me and my investigative skills.
Right? Detective Scarlet Fever's on the case.
That's right.
Dun, dun, dun.
So we're gonna continue to investigate data. Sometimes you have to use a lighter,
We'll look back at this moment and say that's when it clicked.
Well, if you keep
right
going further down with the Bunsen burner and all the different little science kit that you have, James, in the clip. And we got some nice flowers that we can burn. You never know what the hell we might come with by the end of the night.
The moment it all made sense.
No, I need to do one of those, but with James with like a bong or something.
I don't know about Clara, but my head's spinning.
Right? Right? I'm getting those from juices flowing. So now I know you were saying the town meeting. Yes. Clara decided to not only show up late to the town meeting, but speak her mind. And she spoke it. Here
Maybe
we go.
she'll
Let's go
find.
from there.
Come on.
I'm sorry to say this, but you had an opportunity that none of us have ever had before, and you blew it.
Excuse me.
She got a lot of influence over the other counties. See, she's going to be the one that goes after the
Scarlet.
You remember the one townies that we all hated because they were like breaking in and taking all the food, and then was trying to tell Jay to do some shit when they're half of the reason why there's no food left. Well, Claire's going to be the one to like tell them off and such.
Right? She said, Tabitha, you blew it.
And she's going to be the only townie left that we like. Watch. You don't like Claire now, but later she'll be the only one you actually like.
Shows up late and then fucking tells Tabitha, you blew it, girlfriend. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right, BK. You just let them know. Yeah, we're going to investigate this further, Dana.
On the next episode. Right? But it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting now. We only get 2 more scenes.
That's funny, Dana. Look, Samuel says Dale cemented his place in From history.
Oh, he sure did.
I would allow it.
He will forever be immortalized.
Well,
As
like I
a
said, he
human
knew
statue.
too much. He knew about the pocket dimensions and everything else, Dana. That's what the knowledge comes with a price.
It sure does. It sure does. So we're down to the nitty gritty, down to the last 2 moments we have with Clara. The last moment, just when we're done with this, I just have to pull it up. So you got to give me a second after this.
No
but
worries.
this is another interesting Clara pop up. We're just gonna call them Clara pop ups because that she just pop up. She just pop up.
Dun, dun, dun. Clear pop ups.
There we go. Here we go.
I can save all of you. I can help you go back home.
Are you all right? You look weird.
I'm fine.
Well, I mean, was it a Clara pop up or was it the Kimona lady pop up? Which one did the better pop up?
Another supernatural moment that she is there in, whether she just pops up or has something to do with them. Of all, another moment, really, when he gets a visit from Kimono lady. Here comes Clara. Hey, you look weird. Yeah, bitch, I just fucking saw the kimono lady. You'd look weird too. It's like, okay.
She
And
lives
then
in
just
Tawny
waddles
House,
off.
man. She's keeping track of everybody, checking on things, and Elgin has always been sus.
It's just kind of
He
it's
knows.
okay.
Look, she was mad at her younger self forever talking to Elgin.
So what do you think about that moment, James?
I don't know, because it's like her in the diner. It's like if we're trying to think that she's trying to influence something because she is something more than just a background character, it's almost like she goes one way, then the other way, then one way, then the other way. Kind of like it almost seems like she's hurting the character. Maybe it is she's just pushing them forward. So I don't know.
Interesting, though.
What? I mean, was there a reason for her to interrupt Kimono lady?
Just to snap him back out of it.
So yeah, there's definitely ways you could look at it like that.
Right, but it's just another one of those moments of all the moments that we see Clara, like, this can't be a coincidence anymore. Like, it can't be a coincidence anymore.
Sure it is. It's fine. It's Julie story walking.
Right? Did she know Elgin was gonna have that that moment?
Oh yeah, she knew that,
I
things
mean,
are gonna happen a certain way.
I don't think she's the big bad, but it could be the opposite of Yellow Brick Road story where the wizard was behind the curtain. In this story, the wizard is right there out in the open. There's no curtain. There she was the whole time. But I don't know.
Right?
Something like the kimono lady or something where she's hearing voices, I would say it would lean more toward something like that, maybe, if anything. But I don't know.
But it's getting weird. It's getting weird. It's just too much now. Like, it's too many situations. She's not just floating around in any old scene. She's connected to so many moments, and in so many of those moments, she I think shows that how important she is, and it's like it's in our face, but uh, they're just teasing with us at this point. They're teasing with us at this point. Yeah, I can't wait for season 4. I can't wait for season 4. But this is the final Clara moment of my presentation of who is Clara? What could she be? Do you think there's something more to it? We see her in episode 9, and once again, she finds herself making her way up to Victor's room. Because why not? Why not? But here is the final Clara moment.
Victor! Victor! What are you doing?
All these things. Kept all these things because I thought they could help, but all they do is hurt. I want all of it gone.
Victor, wait.
Get out of my way. Okay, yeah.
She's like, I don't know. Oh no. She is there once again. Victor's having his meltdown, and this is when he's looking for his axe to go chop down the faraway tree.
Well, a lot of these are at Colony House. Almost, I want to say a good majority of them are at Colony House, and she is a main resident there.
She is, but we've also have had theories of the importance of Colony House. And, some fun tinfoil hat theories around Colony House itself. What if she is connected to Colony House?
I mean, she could be the spirit of Colony House, but she got to the diner, so I don't know.
You did. She did.
Just like in true From fashion, you get a theory, and then they throw a little rock or pebble that kind of, in your shoe.
They do. So, with all the moments now kind of laid out for you guys, you've seen everything that I possibly could find that had Clara really kind of in the moment. Do you think there's something possibly more to her than meets the eye? What do you guys think?
Well, I'm still about 50-50. I mean, like I said, she's either kind of like a page turner or she's sus.
Oh, she's sus. What about you, James? Now that you've seen all the Clara moments, you've seen everything she's connected to, all her kind of fuckery afoot. Think there's something more to her?
I guess if I was betting on it, I would say she's just the character that the writers chose to move some scenes along. But yes, when you point them out like that, they could very well be suspect. And, there's a lot of good theories as far as what it could be. So with this show, you never know. But at the moment, I just think she's that character the production used for those moments. But they do add up, several of them. So I don't know. It's
Right now, kind of seeing it laid out in like this kind of story format, seeing just every moment she's kind of connected to. There's some big ones in there.
yeah,
There's
there's a
definitely
couple of
some
big
big
ones
ones
for
in there,
sure. Yeah.
you know, but it's just this
Like for example, the
is gonna be
bike,
fun.
the bike thing doesn't move me much at all as far as it being suspicious, with
Mhm.
Jade. But if you add the scene of her as soon as she gets up, kind of there's the symbol kind of thing, or she's in that scene with Jade, it adds a little more to it. So, there's some weight there as far as the theories, but I'm just not sure.
So, out of all of the moments that we've kind of seen Clara attached to at this point, which one out of all of them do you think is the most sus? Like the one that if you had to like say, okay, there could be something to her, which moment would that be for you guys? And you guys in the chat, which moments make Clara stand out the most? What about you, Scarlet? If there's one moment.
And what's up, Chris? Welcome, hun.
Hello, Mr. Chris.
Well, for me, I mean, again, it's all about how you're kind of like what side you're looking at it on, and they're all sus if you're looking at it from a perspective of how we kind of deep dive this stuff. But if you're looking at it from just a writing, maybe a writing standpoint, or just how Jane and them were talking, like she's there in order to kind of further that scene or get it to the next stage or get that character or whoever she's interacting with. Like, none of them are really sus at that point. They're again just she's there for that. But if I have to look at it from the lens of what is the most sus, if I'm looking at it like that, I am really trying to think. I guess the one where she's on the roof and with the storm. Again, I equate that to her being a story walker. So. The storm is coming.
Right? So what about you, James? If there was one moment that you could say, yeah, that's a little sus when it comes to Clara, which one would you point towards?
And it could be a writer's mistake, just making either they didn't realize it or they thought the viewers wouldn't realize it. But when she told what happened to Victor and Julie, when it doesn't seem like she should have known that. So I guess that one would be it for me.
That one would be it for you?
Yeah.
I don't know. The one that stood out to me the most was the diner scene because it just seemed so out of place. Like you didn't show up to the funeral, but you were there. Like literally, that was minutes after Kenny found out that his mom died. That was like in the
Well, the
moment when he was
funeral has
almost
the
told.
body right there. I mean, at the diner, it's not the body. I mean,
but it's just the timing.
I know,
Kenny
but I'm just saying
literally
she didn't want to be
just
around the
showed up to
body.
town, was told his mom died. How did she have enough time to go get flowers, go into the diner, to be there in the moment where he literally walked into the diner right after he was told that she died?
Well, there's flowers right there. They walk along. Could have picked a few. And I mean, a lot of people knew before he knew.
True. True. But what are some people in the chat?
See, Bill
What do we got?
says the Colony House roof, followed by her show up to the town hall meeting. Let's see.
Okay.
First moment we see her, because I think the opening of any show always tells you something. Nice. Samuel, the radio tower scenes and comforting Fatima when she had morning sickness. Nice. Green Spider says when she didn't want to hit Jade's joint. Sus as fuck. Indeed.
Right?
Most
Right?
sus was the dinner speech. This is Debbie. Clara, the observer, says Bill Chill. She passed on the J, right, Vic? It's all sus.
Right? Who does that? That's not normal. That's not normal.
I'm with Alice's bike symbolism. Bicycles can symbolize partnership, cooperation, and duality, especially when highlighting harmony and shared journeys. Gotta hit the J, says Chris.
Nice.
Nice, Alice. Yeah, just looked it up. I know you do from and stuff like this, man. Like I said, I did triangles just then, and there's no telling if what I looked
Right?
up was
You need
right.
Google. You need Google at the ready. Google at the ready.
It does help the research along sometimes until they take
Right?
out the bits that you really want to know about.
It is, but I'm excited. Season 4 is going to be here so soon, and we're going to have so much fun. And guys, just make sure you are part of the Discord, because when From starts, we're going to have so much stuff going on. Uh, you're going to get all your information from the Discord. We're going to be doing tons of giveaways. We just I think we came to an agreement on the shirt that we are going to add to the giveaway. So it's going to be, we have Nick working on stuff, and I'm going to do my best to finish packing up the giveaways this weekend from the last giveaway. I was so sick. I got so behind on everything, but I do have everybody's stuff boxed up. I just have to label it, get it to the post office, and we've just been having so much snow. So thank you guys so much for being patient with me with the giveaways, but they will be on their way to you soon. But you are not going to want to miss out on everything we got going on with From. And we are bringing back, right, Scarlet? We're going to be bringing back the content creator roundtable. So,
Yep. We should be getting back to doing some From stuff here real soon on the Fever channel. We're wrapping up stuff and getting ready for some other bits. There's a lot of good movies out too, right? Isn't Scream dropping, or did it drop?
I thought it was dropping this weekend, but I have to double check.
Oh, it was
I
this
have to
weekend.
double
I knew
check.
I was hearing some bits about that. Of course, FNAF. What was it? The Bone Temple's out. There was
Yes.
something. Oh, was it Silent Hill was putting out another one this year? A couple of little bits.
That dropped. I think that dropped.
Did it drop already? Okay.
Yeah.
So there's lots of
Yeah.
bits. Three Body Problem. I think they said that's later this year, towards the end of this year. I thought it was coming out sooner, but I still want to try to do something on that. But we're gonna get to From. Hopefully they'll give us some more shots too, as well. Like, when they start releasing, or maybe on the Instagrams and things.
Hopefully, but it's going to be fun. We're going to be bringing back some of our old content creators that joined us last season, as well as some new content creators that will be joining us this season to talk some From. And James is gonna be with us, being our co-host, because he loves us and won't leave us. So yay.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
It's gonna be fun. You get to be on the other side of the table now.
Woohoo.
It's gonna be big.
Get to be part of the madness.
Yeah,
This was fun.
I'm hoping it opens up and we get answers plus more mystery, even maybe.
Right. So Chris, Carlin, you guys, after the stream, we might, I don't know, depending on what days feeling like, I might go hop in the Fever Discord and hang out a little bit.
Yes, but this was a blast. Thank you guys for letting me just drag you through my Clara, obsession that I've had since forever, and letting me get out all my madness and my thoughts and everything. I hopefully, maybe I'm going to try to put it together in a video kind of format. I'm working on it. But besides that, Scarlet, what else you got going on? I know you did some gaming today. You're raiding it. You've become a raider.
Yeah, well, and we got protection now. They've invested in helmets and hats and such for our rooster. So our our cocks will be protected.
You gotta protect those cocks.
Look, I got a diving helmet and a space helmet. I'm protected both in the sky and in this open oceans and
It's
sea.
hard to be a raider. You gotta protect the ones you love.
Yeah, well, you know, I need to get one, I guess, for land. I have for the sky and the ocean. I need to get the land and protect on all fronts.
There you go.
But
There
no,
you go.
tomorrow night we probably will do something for Friday Night Fever. It's looking probably like I'll just be playing some games and stuff right now. And who knows, we might set up some more things, but that's pretty much what we're looking at right this second until like I said, I'm gonna try to get some From stuff going here soon.
Awesome. And we will be back trying to watch the rest of Parasite the Grey. I have not forgotten. I know some people reached out asking if we were going to finish up that season, and we will be finishing up. I just wanted to dive into some Clara fun tonight while I'm getting back on my feet and getting better. But what about you, James? What's going on in the world of James?
Well, just doing videos as usual. Same old, man. Nothing special as far as videos. Just waiting for some Walking Dead stuff to finally come out, and trying to just come up with stuff in between times.
Right? It's always trying to come up with those ideas. But check out James's channel. It's a bunch of fun. Join his Discord. I've got a lot of videos I have to catch up on of his to post in his Discord, but you could pretty much find all his stuff in his Discord. Go to his channel, and we're just gonna have fun. And I did drop my From video today, so if you haven't checked it out, go check it out. It took me forever, but I did it, James. I gotta get faster. I don't know how you pop out those videos so damn fast. I think too much. That's my problem. I think too much, and I'm too meticulous. Is that the right word?
Yeah. Just got to do the audio first.
Right?
Do the audio first, and then all you got to do then is line up clips with it. You know, as long as you get the script down, the audio. I mean, I just blurred in a microphone, but I get my idea down, and then it's not too bad after that.
There you go. You're just so fast. I'm like, damn. I don't know if I'll ever be that quick. But this is so much fun. Thank you guys in the chat for listening to all of my Clara stuff and joining us down this fun little rabbit hole. There will be more. I know. We're gonna get back to everything. But everybody have a good night. Stay warm. I know we're finally warming up. And stay safe, everybody, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Through the wire winds, the shadows are calling. Frost on my breath as the night ignites. Ice in my veins, but my fire is burning. I ride the storm under silver lights. Witches brew, the night won't break us. Snow can't hide the path we take. Hear the howl, the storm can shake us, but we stand strong. We will not quake. Frozen skies and the moonlight's whisper. Magic flows through the winter air. Every step leaves a mark in the blizzard. Every spell sparks a brilliant flare. Witches brew, the night won't break us. Snow can't hide the path we take. Hear the howl, the storm can shake us, but we stand strong. We will not quake. Ice and amber, we'll remember. Cold forever, stand as one. We fall as never. calling.